everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Griffin's Rams. Now, for the first time since December 24th, 1994, it's time for a Los Angeles Rams home game. And here to call it are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now, the first LA carry here for their star, Todd Gurley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. On first down, Griffin. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Los Angeles first down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Griffin on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. A give to the fullback on the dime. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on third and inches, third and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to third and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Jeff Fisher, a bit of a gutsy call here. Says his team's going to go for it on 4th down. Griffin keeps it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
On 2nd down, Wilson looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And some room to roam now.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now Gurley muscles him off. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, and excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
Now Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. They'll come out in the pistol. They run. It's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The one running back is Gurley. And they'll give it to him here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. This time Wilson will throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And out now come the Seahawks. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On second down, Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on him. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. But still in search of the first down after that last completion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's Griffin to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Griffin finding time. He's going to let this one go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Play action. Now Griffin on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson, flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
10 yards to go on 3rd. To throw again is Wilson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Here's John Ryan now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, Griffin. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a barrier. bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action now. Wilson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll run here with Freeman. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Vanette with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The one running back is Gurley. Now Griffin. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top with the post in the area he vacates.
Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down Rams. RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws, or as you suggested, take off and go, how do you defend that when he's on his game?
On first down, it's Gurley. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill. And quickly, they get to the line. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long. It's Griffin. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Second down following the run. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Wilson, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Wilson, and able to find Graham, complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Linval Joseph. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Steve Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Baldwin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third down, Griffin. Now this is brought in by Pryor. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And there's a flag on the field. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first throw for the backup Kessler. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Wilson wants to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. And able to find Graham. Complete. 23 yards on the play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now hold everything timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Throwing now is Wilson, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, you always hate to lose, obviously, but a division loss stings just a touch more for many reasons.
That's because you have too much familiarity. It's almost like battling your brother or your neighborhood rival. You know them so well, and they get to lord it over you just a little bit longer.
And there's only a select amount of teams in the divisions. There's only 4, and so when you go back and forth so often, there is that familiarity. It just makes it hurt, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and when you're thinking long range and you're thinking playoffs, winning your division is the way to get to the playoffs.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Seahawks ruined the Rams' grand return to L.A. as we say so long from Southern California.